Let's try this again. Thanks for joining my live. My name is Tim. Let's see if we have better luck this time. I think we have weak internet. Something tells me it's going to be better this time. Something tells me it's going to be better this time. Yes, it's better. Something tells me it's going to be better this time. Yes, it's better. Okay, awesome. All right, I think we have a live stream again. All right, let's pick something out to drink. Thanks for joining my live. My name is Tim. It's always an entertaining experience trying to go live using the YouTube app because it doesn't work half the time. So let's take a look at what we can order today. Thanks for joining. My name is Tim. Hopefully we have a better internet connection. I do appreciate that. What should I try today? We're going to do some kind of a beer review today. I do appreciate it. I have done the beer review on all of the craft beers. The Turning Wheels Golden Ale, the Ripton Red, the Mountain King IPA, and the Backbone Double IPA. I've done all of those already. What should I try? San Miguel local beer. I could try that as well. I'm gonna turn the camera a little bit that way. You're gonna see more shaking today. Hello everyone, welcome. My name is Tim. I'm at Mactan Newtown. We're doing a live stream today. I think I'm gonna do some kind of a review of something or another, but we will find out. Ask any question you want. I do appreciate that. I can read the comments now, so ask a question, make a comment, I would appreciate it. Maybe I'll have a fresh juice. I should try the, excuse me, the fresh pineapple juice. Let me double check if you can hear me. Excuse me, the fresh pineapple juice. Yes, you can hear me. I had some technical difficulties the first live stream that I made. Had some sound issues, but now the sound issues are corrected. So I'm gonna try maybe a pineapple juice. I did get an ACR card earlier in the week. We can talk about the ACR card if you want. I would appreciate it. Let me know in the comments what kind of videos you want me to do. Otherwise, I'll just keep doing my other videos. I did release a video early today, how to buy a condo here at Mactan Newtown. Let me know if you want pointers on how to lease a condo. Actually, it's how to lease a condo here at Mactan Newtown. I would appreciate that. My name is Tim. Thanks for watching my videos. White foam, white egg. They have all kinds of drinks on this menu. Let me know who's watching. I would appreciate it. Maybe I'll have a coffee. Maybe I'll have an espresso. Let's try the espresso. A single espresso or double espresso? The Americano is 130 pesos here, by the way. And at the Savoy, it's 100 pesos. They have a cappuccino with cinnamon. They have a Spanish latte with condensed milk. What should I try? It's a cold and windy day today. Thanks for joining, I appreciate it. Thanks for joining. My name is Tim. It's a cold, windy, kind of cold, rainy kind of day. So I'm gonna have a hot coffee, latte, maybe a espresso, single espresso maybe. Maybe I'll have a single espresso. Let me know if you have any questions or comments. I would appreciate that. My name is Tim. Hello, everyone. It is Sunday morning at Mactan Newtown. I'm at the Geisha, Samurai and Geisha Lounge. I appreciate you joining my live stream. Thanks for joining. Ask any question. Otherwise, we're going to start talking about random topics today. Not sure what kind of topics you want to talk about. But what did we do? The week in review. I did the Mactan Circle Mall update. You know, there's new retailers there. There's 2 new retailers at the Mactan Circle Mall. They are beauty related. One's a salon and one is a nail. Princess Brielle Nails. Thanks for joining. My name is Tim. I'm at Mactan Newtown in Cebu, Philippines. This table kind of is wonky, so I'm gonna go like this today. Should I sit like this today? I have a different telephone stand, and it is not anti-vibration. Thank you. Thanks for joining my live stream. My name is Tim. Ask any questions. I'm about to order a cappuccino, espresso, a single espresso. And the single espresso is going to cost 100 pesos at the Samurai and Geisha Lounge. Let me know if there's any extreme wobbling. I'm trying to see how it looks on the live stream today. It doesn't work. Imagine that. A YouTube app that doesn't work. What a novel idea. Thanks for joining. If you're going to join, I'm going to do a review on the single espresso here at Samurai and Geisha Lounge. That's what we're going to do today. Hopefully you can see this live stream. It is broadcasting live. Thanks for joining. They do have fresh juices too. Apple, carrot, pineapple, and orange juice here. It's hard to find fresh juice here in the Philippines, by the way. ARC card. Let's talk about the ARC card. ARC. It means Alien Certificate of Residence. It's an ACR card in the Philippines. You have to get one. It's an identification card. If you want to open up a bank account, you need one. If you want to open up a GCash account, you need an ACR card. Thanks for joining. An ACR card. It's microchipped. It's a pretty fancy card, actually. This is mine. Hopefully I won't give you too much of my information. See, it shows my pretty face on there. And then there's a microchip. There's a microchip. See, there's a microchip on the card. And then you have a number on the back of the card. It says Visa valid until, and it says refer passport. So here, this is the date it's issued. There's the date. Can you see it? There is a date. It gives you a valid from and to. It's good for 1 year. And you need it. Everyone needs an identification card. And somebody told me that on a comment. Not only do foreigners need it, but everyone needs an identification card in the Philippines so they can identify you. Thanks for joining. We're gonna do a review on a single espresso. That's what this live stream is gonna be. And keep your wallet in your pocket at all times. It is festival day. So let's read the requirements of the ACR card. Let's do a Google search and read the requirements. Alien Certificate of Registration. It's microchip based credit card issued by the Philippine Bureau of Immigration to registered foreign nationals staying in the Philippines over 59 days. That's the key. If you're here more than 59 days, you need the ACR card. It's issued to foreign nationals on immigrant or non-immigrant visas, including a tourist visa. There are different types of ACR cards. Temporary visitor, tourist, provisional, permanent, student, and working visa, often color-coded by the type white for SRRV, so you'll have a different color ACR card if you have the SRRV visa, and that's the retirement visa. So the retirement visa, should we talk about the SRRV? Raise your hand if you want to retire in the Philippines. Because they've made a lot of changes to that. I recommend you see a professional for SRRV visas. To be eligible for SRRV visa, you have to be at least 40 years old. And I think they recently lowered the age. And provide a passport, a police clearance, and medical certificate. And that's what hangs people up, is the police clearance and medical certificate. And people were telling me it's easier to get that information when you're still in the West. So the deposit requirements, and there is a deposit. You need to put money down if you want an SRRV visa. Age 50 plus, your deposit is 10,000 US dollars with a pension, or 20,000 US dollars without a pension. I thought it went up to 15,000. I think this is old. I think this is old. SRR visa. I thought it went up to 15,000, so we're going to do research. Philippine Retirement Authority. You can't get more better than that, so we're going to go to the Philippine Retirement Authority website. Did you know some of the benefits of an SRRV visa? Permanent residency in the Philippines, that's one of your benefits. Multiple entry and indefinite stay, that's another benefit. Discounts and privileges from PRA accredited merchants. So I hear a lot of expats saying they get discounts because they're retired. But theoretically, you're not supposed to get a discount unless you have the SRRV visa. You get a newsletter, a PRA newsletter. Assistance in transacting with other government agencies. You get PhilHealth insurance. You get a special rate for an SRRV visa holder. PhilHealth special rate you get. You get exempt from the Bureau of Immigration's annual reporting. Hello, thank you. My name is Tim. Well, good morning. Who are you? Maynard. How's Mactan doing? What's the idea? Well, Mactan, Newtown, it's cold and windy. It's back to winter. For anybody inquiring, it's winter again in the Philippines, at least here. It's really cold and windy today. It's like we can't shake this goofy weather pattern that we have. There is a shear line. It's a weather system, and it's a shear line. All a shear line means is a convergence of two storms, and it creates a lot of wind. That's really all it means. Okay, what's the latest in the community? Well, the latest is the festival. It's the Mactan Barangay Festival. And you hear marching bands day and night. Yesterday I heard a marching band at, I think it was 6 a.m. or earlier. Today I heard a marching band. It was about 9 a.m. when I heard the marching band today. So the marching bands play day and night. You don't know when they decide to play music. They did play lots of loud music last night until shortly after midnight, I think, is when it died down. So they are in a fiesta kind of spirit here at Mactan Newtown. And Mactan Newtown is in the Mactan Barangay. A barangay is kind of like a town hall back in the West. If you know what a town hall is in the West, that's kind of what a barangay is here. And barangays hold a lot of power over the people that live in it. In fact, it's like the first line of defense. Hello. When there is any disputes within members of the barangay, usually those disputes are tried to be settled at the barangay hall first. Rather than involving police, national police, city police, they try to resolve any dispute at the barangay. So if you have a dispute with somebody, you file a report at the barangay, and then the barangay captain will bring both of you in and try working it out. And if they can't work it out, then it kind of goes up the chain. Hello, Jimmy. Jimmy Hudgens. Hello, how are you? Thanks for joining. We're talking about the barangay here at Mactan Newtown, the festival. I am at the Samurai Geisha Lounge. And let me know if you have any questions. I was just going over and talking about the SRRV visa. How's the Mactan Newtown? It's good. It's cold. It's windy. You can see. Look at the wind. Hello. It's kind of crazy. I have a friend in the Philippines. Where in the Philippines? Is your friend a man or a woman friend? Uh-oh. There's a lot of tourists here in town. Yeah, you have friends in the Philippines. There's a lot of people in the Philippines. There's 117 million people in the Philippines. There's over 7,000 islands. Nice to meet you too, Jimmy Hudgens. What part of the world are you from, Jimmy Hudgens? I originally am from United States of America. People are walking by with umbrellas. You can see it is brutally windy and cold here. It's kind of nasty out. It seems like any time the weather turns bad, I decide to do a live stream. I don't know why. I should time my live streams better. Nice to meet you too, Jimmy. I appreciate you joining. Please like, subscribe, and share. Feel free to forward the video to anyone who feels interested in the content. I do appreciate it. Happy Sunday. All of that good stuff. Soon we'll go back to the SRRV visa discussion. Hello. Mumu, Texas. Hi, Mumu. Why is your account named Mumu, may I ask? Do you own Texas Longhorns? Isn't this Hook'em Horns? Isn't that the Hook'em Horn sign? Am I renting there? Yes, I'm renting here, Mumu. Yes. I just did a video today. 2 hours ago, I explained renting and how to rent. It's your poker account. Oh, Texas Hold'em? Are you a Texas Hold'em kind of guy? Are you 7-card stud? What kind of poker do you like? I told you I played poker in the World Series of Poker in Las Vegas back in 2008 and 9 and 10. See you in a few weeks. Awesome. When are you going to be here, Mumu? Uh-oh. There's the police. Omaha, you like Omaha? I never learned that game. That's kind of a difficult game. End of March. Well, I won't be here at the end of March. At the end of March, I'll be back in America. I'll be doing, catching up on some things in America. And then I'll be back at the end of April. So end of March to end of April, I'll be gone. Uh-oh. But thanks for joining. I appreciate that. Where are you staying? And did you lease a place? And how long are you staying? Uh-oh. Thanks for joining. End of March. I appreciate it. Glenn, you look lost. Are you going to the beach?
I always look lost, Jim.
Oh, Glenn. Glenn is lost. He lives in Florida as well. I have a female there. To no relations. She's a nice person, been friends almost a year, never met her. Oh, you never met her? Oh, okay. Very good. Oh, welcome to the Philippines. Is this your first time to the Philippines, Jimmy Hutchins? Is it your first time? If it's your first time, I'll give you some first time advice. First time advice? If it's not your first time, then I'm not going to give you any advice. Oh, yeah. Could I try the single espresso?
Okay.
What's better, single or double?
You want some strong? You try first single?
Let's try first the single. I appreciate it.
But I will put here.
Thank you. You visited many times, many countries. Did you visit the Philippines, though, ever before? That's the question I have. Is this your first visit to the Philippines? And if it's your first visit to the Philippines, I may visit someday. Jimmy. Okay. Oh, there's another YouTuber right there. Right there. It's a YouTuber. The guy with the slick hair. He's wearing a white top and white shorts and slick hair. He's a YouTuber. Because he's carrying a camera. You can always tell a YouTuber when they carry cameras. You've never been to the Philippines. Do you want some advice when you visit the Philippines? When I talk to my camera, people turn around and look at me strangely. Do you want advice on your first visit to the Philippines? But if you don't want advice, I'm not going to give you advice. Oh, U.S. Navy, thanks for your service. I had a buddy that was in the Navy in 1981 to 1985. He was in the Philippines for a while. Uh-oh, here's my... You changed appearances. You're not the same person that took my order, right? And that's common. I should bring that up, actually. You, when you order something, you order it, and then in a few minutes they'll come back and it's a whole different person that delivered my cappuccino. What is this called? Espresso. It's an espresso I'm going to try to show it to you without spilling it. Here. So we're going to try the espresso. What's so funny? Cheers, everyone. It's very common. They change appearances. It happens to me all the time. I'll go to a restaurant, I'll order something, and they'll come back, it's a whole different person. And I start talking to that person, thinking it's the first person that took my order, and it's not, and they look at me strange. I'm still trying to get used to the magically changing Filipina, or whoever's serving you. They change appearances. Wow. I'm glad I went with the single. That has a punch to it. Is it customary to put milk and sugar in an espresso? That's what I want to know. Is it customary? Is it customary? Is this a better angle, or what's a better angle? I don't know. Yeah, changing of the appearances, yes. Just when you think you get to know somebody, they magically go behind the curtain and they pop out as a different person. It happens a lot here in the restaurants. Maybe that's because they work as a team. And then when it comes to time to tip, you don't know who to tip. Who do you tip? Do you tip the first person? Do you tip the second person? Do you tip them both? It's confusing to me. But generally speaking, the service is really good. Wow. I've had espressos before in Mexico when I went on vacation in Mexico, and they were not this strong. I've been here since May of 2025. May. Not trying to be nosy. Well, you'd be the first one that's not nosy. I'm just kidding. No, that's what YouTube's about. It's trying to ask questions and learning what's going on. Cheers, everyone. That's the strongest espresso I've ever seen. I would hate to see what a double espresso is like. It's going to make the hair on the back of your neck stand up. It's a strong one, my friends. So keep asking nosy questions. I don't care. And if I don't want to answer it, I'll just say I'm not going to answer it. Kind of guy I am. So keep asking questions. It's a cold, windy, rainy day. Let me know if you can hear me. If you have any questions, let me know. The coffee I tried in Iraq was like crack. Really? Was it a local Iraqi brand coffee, or was it Arabica? Was it Arabica coffee beans? Because in America, sometimes we can buy Arabica coffee beans. I'm not sure what kind of coffee bean this is. I should ask. Mumu, Texas. And thank you for your service. If you were in Iraq because you were serving the country, I appreciate your service. Without people like you, I might not be free to sit on Newtown Boulevard and drink an espresso. So I cheers to you. Cheers to the United States military, if that's where you're from, the best military in the world. Cheers to you. Made by a local person. Yeah, thanks, bud. Very strong. Yeah, this is strong stuff, man. I had espressos in Mexico. They weren't even close to this. It was just basically a coffee in a small cup. But here, This stuff is almost making my heart stop. I've never had an espresso this severe. This is really, wow. It's making my eyes water. It's so bad. Or so good, I mean. It's good. If you like strong coffee, this is what you want. And this is my second cup of coffee today. I'm a 1 cup of coffee kind of day kind of guy. I don't want too much caffeine. Otherwise I can't sleep. When I can't sleep, I get cranky. I get ornery. And nobody wants an ornery Streams of Philippine Dreams guy. So let me know what kind of content you want to bring me. Where is the states you are? Florida. I own a home in Florida. I'm from Wisconsin. Originally, I'm a born and bred cheesehead. I spent my entire life there, and 3 years ago I got sick and tired of the ice and the cold and the snow. And I moved to Florida. I retired. So I have a home in Florida. Hi Bruce, how are you? Be safe, enjoy your cup of joe. This is espresso. This stuff is so strong it's gonna make your eyes water. Thanks Bruce for stopping by. Did you meet me in person? Or you met me online? You're welcome. You can ask any question you want. Cheers everyone. So check out the video I made this morning. It's all about how to lease a condo here in Mactan, Newtown. You're glad to meet me. Thank you. I'm glad to meet you too. I appreciate that. Cheers everyone. 2 thumbs up. There's a YouTuber that keeps doing this in the Phillies. I gotta start doing that. Maybe, or shouldn't I? No, I don't think it will. It's not my style. But cheers, everyone. Maybe there's a sales agent over there. Maybe I'll bring her over here and ask her some questions about condos. Yeah, I can't deal with cold. Yeah, I can't either. Visited Thailand before. Lovely people, sure. And the same in the Philippines. Yeah, the Philippines speaks better English, though. Yeah, Philippines speaks English. I've never been to Thailand, though. I'm watching YouTubers. You plan on staying in Mactan for at least 1 month? Yeah, if you stay here. I'm not going to be here, though, end of March through end of April. I'm going to take off, go back to America. But if you're around, say hi. There's a lot of people that stop me on the street and say hi. I appreciate that. Cheers. This is a 100 peso espresso here at the Samurai and Geisha Lounge. I do recommend it. I will give a full review shortly. But I'm not an espresso connoisseur, so take my review with a grain of salt. So what are you waiting for? If you're going to come, why are you waiting? Buy a ticket, book a trip, and come over here. Why not? Life's too short. Oh my God. And don't retire too late. Retire sooner rather than later. I waited too long to retire. I'm too old. So don't wait until it's too late. Thanks for joining. My name is Tim. Asia, nothing, never want to come back home when I have. Yeah, it's a daunting trip. It's a daunting flight. It's I fly from Orlando, Florida, usually to Seattle, Washington. That's 5 hours. Usually it's a 2-hour layover in Seattle, and then Seattle to Taipei. And from Seattle to Taipei, it's like 14 hours. And then it's another 2-hour layover in Taipei, Taiwan. And then it's a 3-hour plane ride from Taipei to Cebu. It's 27 total hours. It's daunting, it's tiring, it's grueling. And by the time you land in the Philippines, there's things blowing around. There's a sales agent there losing her literature. What? How's your day, Tim? Art Park Garden, my day is great. It could not be better. It could be better. I could have a table that doesn't wobble. Maybe I'll fix the table that doesn't wobble, so it doesn't wobble. But overall, it's going good. It is, what time is it? It's 12:29 p.m. here in Cebu, Philippines area. And things are going well. Weather looks, yeah, it's blustery. Yesterday it was hot and sunny, but it was windy. Today it's cloudy, rainy, and windy. It started raining last night. If you look at my video I made last night at around 7 p.m. local time, it started raining then, and it's been blustery ever since. But that did not stop the festival. The music kept playing. Yeah, the weather's pleasant. Yeah, it's not a beach kind of day, that's for sure. Today is the day you really don't want to go to the beach. It's kind of chilly today. So when do you plan on visiting Mactan Newtown? Soon? Soon or later? Excuse me. I should review this cappuccino, this espresso. It's almost gone. It's very strong. If you like strong espressos, you're going to give this one a thumbs up. The quantity, I think it was adequate quantity. The taste, very strong. It was served hot. The service was a 10 out of 10. It only took like 2 minutes, but then they did a wardrobe change and they came out appearing as a different person. But the service was great. So I'm going to give this a 9.5 out of 10. And that's just because I don't give anybody a 10 out of 10 usually. So try the espresso 100 pesos. And 100 pesos is going to be about $1.50 US. I know some people get angry at me if I don't convert the pesos. And the reason I don't convert pesos is because I really don't have access to a calculator at this point. So it's about $1.50 US for this espresso. Very strong, very good. The espressos I get in Mexico had a little bit of a foam or a froth. This did not have much of a foam or a froth when they brought it out. So I'm not sure if that's, I don't know. So I'm going to give it a 9.5 out of 10. It's good. The Chicken and Beer and the Samurai Geisha Lounge, they have good food here. I had the Americano breakfast here. And if you like American style breakfast, I did a food review, so check out, I have a playlist of food reviews. And go back about 3 months and you will see a food review of the Americano breakfast here. It's actually pretty good. It's very good. I recommend it. actually. I do recommend it. Oh, there's a long response. Thank you, Art Park. I do appreciate it. Hello, happy Sunday. You're going to see a lot of people selling condos here, by the way. I'm waiting, what does this say? I'm waiting on, I can't read. So I'm just going to make a comment so I can read your comment. I'm waiting on a buyout at work and hope to be there soon. Probably will be there in July. I'm going to be helping with a renovation near Duma. Oh, okay. So you're waiting for your work to buy you out. That's a good idea. I recommend that you do wait. Wait for the buyout. Why not? And then you're going to renovate in Dumaguete, Duma Doom Dooms. I get it. Are you going to live in Dumaguete? I heard everyone likes to live in Dumaguete. I've never been to Dumaguete. Should I try something else? Should I review something else? 90 pesos for a Coca-Cola Zero. Should I do a review on a Coca-Cola Zero? 50 pesos for a bottle of water. They do have cocktails, gimlet, 300 pesos for a gimlet. Cosmopolitan. Espresso Martini, 350 pesos. So that's about $6 US. And when I was drinking a lot of martinis way back in the day, I was paying $6 and $7 for a martini. That's what it seems to be here. It's just like 2001 all over again. This is like 2001 pricing when it comes to martinis. Just so you know. If anybody's interested in martinis. Long Island iced tea, 500 pesos. Somebody's singing Amazing Grace. So, any other questions? Let me know. We are live here on Mactan Newtown, waiting out a severe wind shear storm that's passing through the area again. I don't think it's ever left the area. And somebody asked me about the World Museum building. I have no idea when that's going to open. I think it's going to be soon, though. I think the World Museum is going to open. I'd like to get in there and see if I can video it. If they allow me to video it, I'll try to get in there. Some of the other retailers, the Master Pole. I peeked my head in the Master Pole. They're barely getting to the interior work. They're still in the studying out the walls inside. It's going to be a while for Master Pole. They did open up the Outings Bakery. That seems to be really popular. A lot of people like it. It's really cool inside. What does it say? How did you spend? Say what? Art Park, what's your question? How did I spend? Every time I say hi, I have to advance. I worked from home in Wisconsin. I lived in Wisconsin at the time. I was an accountant for a biotech company. And when the COVID disaster hit, they sent everybody home in, I think it was like around March 13th of 2020. They sent everybody home. And I worked from home for a long time. I worked from home from March of 2020 until, I think it was, March of 2020. Until when? until probably February of 2022. I worked from home. And then I moved to Florida. That's when I moved to Florida. And then I worked another year in Florida, then I retired. So that's my story. So I essentially worked from home for a year and a half, almost 2 years. I was an accountant, so it didn't matter whether I was in the office or was at home. I'm a keyboard jock. So I spent my entire time working on a computer during the COVID disaster. Actually liked it. I got a lot more work done working at home as an accountant. Less distractions, less interruptions, more productive. But a lot of people, a lot of companies didn't like people working from home because when people worked from home, they didn't do anything. They watched TV, they surfed the internet, they didn't get anything done. So a lot of the companies wanted people to come back to work. And my company wanted me to come back to work. And then I said, I don't think so. I'm actually getting more work done at home because there's less distractions. So that's the story. I'm sticking to it. But thanks for the question, I appreciate it. The COVID disaster. I did not get a COVID shot this year. I usually got a COVID shot. I never had COVID, by the way. Everybody I knew had COVID at some point or another. Whoa. There's a wind gust and my camera's gonna blow over. Whoa. You get some severe wind here in the Phils. Wow. I never had COVID. Everybody I knew had COVID. I know people had COVID multiple times. I never had COVID. So let me know how COVID was. If you ever had COVID. I never had it. Let me know if you believe in COVID. There's a lot of people that don't even believe in COVID. Do you believe in COVID? I know people got sick. I don't know what it was. It was like a 2-week flu. But I get sick rarely, but when I do get sick, it's 2 weeks. Well, this is my third stay here, Art Park. This is the third time I've been in the Philippines. My first time in the Philippines was in April of 2024. I stayed here for 2.5 weeks in April of 2024. That's shortly after I retired. And I was here for 2.5 weeks, and I stayed at Mactan Newtown. I stayed in tower number 2, I believe, for 2.5 weeks. And then I came back in January of 2025, and I stayed 2.5 months. And then I came back in May of 2025, and I'm still here. But I'm going to go back in end of March for a month, and then I'll be back here again. Thanks for the question, though. Wow, is the wind blowing? The wind is blowing in the Phils. Tap your screen for likes. Thumbs up the live stream. People are carrying packages. I see people checking out of the condo. They were here for the festival, and now it's Sunday, and now they're all checking out of the condo. Most of these condos here, at least at 8 Newtown, they're essentially Airbnbs. They're short-term rentals. They check in on Thursday, they leave on Sunday, Monday. It's one of the advantages and it's one of the disadvantages of living here. There's so many Airbnbs here. Timbo, Cebu boss man. Where is he at? He gets into a fight. He gets into a fight with the mad one, and then he disappears. I miss the laughter, the jocularity that he brings. You're in BGC. Why are you in BGC? What are you doing in BGC? Did you move to BGC? Everybody on the live stream, if you want to join the Cebu, oh, you're on vacation. If you want to join, if you're into food and food tasting, follow the Cebu boss man. He is the leader of the Cebu expat foodie Facebook group. Join. And I joined. If you follow my Facebook page, it's called Streams of Philippine Dreams Facebook. I'm following the expat foodie group. And this year, next year, I want to definitely go and have turkey for Thanksgiving. I drove past the hotel. Oh, really? They have a Hard Rock. I love Hard Rock. But is the food quality as good as the Hard Rock back in America? That's the question. I like the Hard Rock in Las Vegas, Nevada. Loved it. Love the Hard Rock Cafe. Are you alone? Are you eating alone or are you there with somebody else? You should do food review videos, Cebu, because you're the foodie group expert guy. Why don't you do food reviews videos? A 4.9 with the wife? Okay. 4.9? Are you having a hamburger? Are you eating any type of beef? And is it Australian beef or is it USDA beef or is it local Philippines beef? That's what I want to know. This is your time to shine, Cebu boss man, and provide your food review. Oh, really? A food review channel? Why don't you put it on YouTube? When you say Google, do you mean YouTube? Or what is Google? What kind of... Is it just text or is it a video type? You should do a video and show your beautiful face on YouTube. And do food reviews. People like food reviews. People don't know where to eat in the Philippines. So you go to BGC for vacation. Interesting. What's the best place you recommend? I'm a level 8 food reviewer on Google, the Cebu Food Critic. Really? Awesome. Maybe one day I'll go to Cebu and we'll do a food review together. We'll go to a restaurant. I'll do the food review if you don't want to show your face. But you can actually show me and tell me how to do the food reviews because I don't know. Hello. Gordon Ramsay's Bar and Grill. But is it USDA or is it Australian beef? I want to know. At Hard Rock, where does the beef come from? Where's the beef? It's all about sourcing the beef, in my opinion. How many minutes have been on? 55 minutes. Gordon Ramsay. So the Gordon Ramsay here, I think, is Australian beef. It's USDA or Ramsay. I think they told me here it's actually Australian at the Ramsay's here. That's what they told me originally. That was when they opened in July. I think they said it was Australian. Grass-fed. Anytime I bring up USDA beef, there's usually an Australian that bashes me. Oh, Australian beef is better because it's grass-fed. I said, okay. All right, maybe that's true. But I have had Australian grass-fed beef. It is really good. It's good. Wolfgang Steakhouse in Cebu. Wow. I can't wait. That's where I think I should go to try filet. Wolfgang Steakhouse. They're supposed to build one here, but I'm not sure where it's when and where. That is my favorite, is filet. Filet mignon. When I go to the restaurants, that's what I usually order. I'm not into bones and I'm not into fat. I'm into lean meat. Lobster and prime rib, surf and turf. It is traditional surf and turf. Back in America, we call that surf and turf, lobster and steak. What kind of prices is that setting you back? For instance, how much was the surf and turf for one serving? How many peso? How much? No, they haven't opened up the museum yet. I think it's going to be very short. Very soon, they're going to open the museum. It's not yet open. Something tells me they're going to wait for the park to complete. And once that park completes, I'm thinking that's when the museum's going to open. That's what I think. That's what I think. But I'm not sure. Lobster and prime rib. How much was that? Cebu, you're living the lifestyle. You're killing it. You're winning. Sound like anybody you know? I'm killing it. I'm winning. Oh my God. You too, Cebu. Take care. Have a good day. Thanks for stopping by. And you're winning. Just remember, you're winning. Unlimited. What? 3,800 pesos? That's not too bad. That's like what? 60 bucks, 55 US dollars for surf and turf, and it's unlimited lobster. Wow. That is winning. That is killing it. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Everybody follow Cebu Boss Man on Facebook, the Expat Foodie Group. You can find it on my Facebook page, Streams of Philippine Dreams. If you're into foodie stuff. Thanks for joining. My name is Tim. I just had a espresso for 100 pesos here at the Samurai Geisha and Lounge. I gave it a 9.5 out of 10. It was very strong, as an espresso should be. It was awesome. I appreciate it. People are wearing long pants today. I see people with jackets on today. Long sleeve shirts. You should bring probably one set of long pants and long sleeves, maybe one or two. Because in the winter months like this, it's every other day it seems to be getting cold here. My long sleeves are wearing actually sleeves. I do have one long sleeve shirt. Thanks for joining. Happy Sunday, everyone. Thanks for joining. I appreciate you joining the live stream. Soon I will.
Have a good one, Tim.
Take care.
Tim? Yeah, that's Tim.
You want to say hello?
Yeah, I want to say hello to you, Tim. Oh, you?
Yeah, you can say hello there too if you want.
He's a subscriber of yours as well.
Oh, thank you. You want to say hello, Sammy? Say hello. The famous YouTuber Sammy.
Oh, hey, no.
Sammy, the famous YouTuber.
I'm Nick from Dallas.
Nick from Dallas?
He's visiting. He just arrived a couple of days ago.
Oh, you going to stay here and live here forever?
He's looking at that.
Oh, you're not.
I'm moving around different cities.
Oh, you're moving around.
He's heading over to Davao day after tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Traveling around.
Well-
He's here for a month.
A month, yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of checking out the place.
His
Oh, okay.
your first time, right? Yeah.
First time, yeah.
Yeah. So he's checking it out,
Okay.
following all of us to see what it's like living here.
Well, thank you. Thanks for subscribing. Have a good day. Yeah. Follow Sammy. He is another YouTuber here. Asia, Sammy in Asia. I forgot what it's called. But he gives you some Mactan Newtown content as well. What time is it? 1 hour and 1 minute on the live stream today. Thanks for joining. Happy Sunday. My name is Tim. How y'all doing? Tap your screen for likes. Who else? Did somebody have? Art Park is waiting for a buyout. Jimmy, nothing like it. I'm just reading comments in case I missed some. Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining. What do we have here? Not much. Sue and I will pay the bill and leave. I appreciate that. Happy Sunday. Any other questions? You have questions about anything? Or you have questions about nothing? What time is it? It's 1 o'clock. Soon I will have lunch. I will have a steak for lunch. Tenderloin steak from Brazil, actually, for lunch today. That's the game plan. And vegetables. Fried vegetables and steak. That's why my grocery bills are so high. I probably will do a budget video next week. Stay tuned for the budget video. Hopefully I won't crush my budget, but you never know. Maybe I will. It's easy to do in the Philippines. Fresh eggs. Art Park. How much does a steak lunch cost? I ate at the Hangout Steakhouse, which is over at the LG Garden Walk. I used to go there for lunch sometimes, and they did not have a lunch special, so I'd go there and I would order the tenderloin steak. And I did food reviews, so check out my playlist, food review playlist. I have several at the Hangout Steakhouse at the LG Garden Walk. It's on the second floor. And if I remember right, it was around $30 US for a tenderloin steak. But the steak was kind of thin. You gotta kind of watch the meat here because most of the meat is from USDA or Australian. They ship it over here as frozen. A lot of times the steak won't be nice and thick. like you get in the West. And the Hangout Steakhouse, it was kind of a thin steak. I forgot how many grams it was. Check out my food review video, and I think it was $30 US, somewhere in that area for a tenderloin steak. So it's not a lot cheaper than in the West. I found that the meat, especially if it is a Western style meat, it's not a lot cheaper here. It's probably roughly the same price. And that's why I keep saying on my budget videos, if you're gonna eat like a Westerner with Western style meats and Western style vegetables, broccoli, cauliflower, tomatoes are expensive here, green peppers are expensive here, broccoli, cauliflower, very expensive here. It's actually higher priced here than in the West. Try to buy a head of cauliflower, broccoli. I think it's higher priced here than in the West, from what I remember. And that's all I eat. I eat steak and I eat fried vegetables. That's why my grocery bill is through the roof. I don't eat out much. So I'm going to the grocery store, and it's kind of hard to find fresh broccoli and fresh cauliflower. I'm going to Robinson, I'm going to H Mart, I'm going to Metro Mart, and I'm always in search of fresh vegetables. And sometimes the vegetables are fresh, sometimes they're not so fresh. So then I'll go to these different stores and I'll find fresh stuff. I'm having very good luck finding fresh vegetables at the H Mart, the Korean grocery store. That's right across the Quezon Highway from where Taperla barbecues her meats. Sometimes at the Robinson store here on Newtown Boulevard. Sometimes they have fresh vegetables, sometimes they don't. Prices seem to be a little higher at Robinson. So fresh, Western style vegetables, kind of hard. That's why I'm kind of happy to see the Gisano Supermarket opening on February 27th at the Mactan Circle Mall. I can't wait. I hope that supermarket carries fresh vegetables. It'll give another opportunity, another option. Fresh groceries, difficult to find. So to have another grocery store option is going to be awesome here. And I will give you reviews of that grocery store, that supermarket. They call them supermarkets here at the Mactan Circle Mall. It'll be awesome. So steak lunch, figure 30 bucks. Might be even higher than that now. When you're talking steak, I'm talking like a sirloin steak, not like a steak sandwich. Where I grew up, you could find steak sandwiches. It was kind of like a hamburger. That's entirely different. They don't even have a steak sandwich here. They just got hamburgers. Where in the Philippines is the place you would like to visit the most? Where do I want to visit the most? If you were looking for beaches and beachy things, Siargao, surfing. I'd like to see what the surfing is like in Siargao. I think surfing kind of interests me. What is the surfing like in Siargao? I would like to see that. I heard Siquijor. Siquijor is kind of a beachy, touristy area. I heard there's not a lot to do in Siquijor. It's there's not much to do in Siquijor except for lay around on the beach. Boracay. Boracay is closer to Manila. You're going to have a lot more tourists up in that area. So I think Boracay would be more entertaining than Siquijor. I think Siquijor is going to be more laid back and provincial. If you're looking at beaches and beach areas. What? Me too. Get to it, man. So if you want beaches, I'd go to Boracay. If you want surfing, I'd go to Siargao. and Sikihor. Probably those three. Those three. I heard Iloilo is a very clean city. I would like to see Iloilo someday. I hear good things about Iloilo. Clean city, low pressure, wide streets, less traffic. Surfing lifestyle in Surigao. So it depends on what you want. Do you want mountains? Baguio, north of Cebu, Baguio, they have cold weather up there. They had frost. They had 32 degree Fahrenheit temperatures in Baguio back in January. Do you want that type of? It's a cooler climate. That's north of Manila. It depends on what you want. But for me, I'm a beachy guy. I would like to go to Boracay. I think it's probably the #1 tourist destination. You're gonna see a melting pot of tourists up in Boracay. And then Surigao for surfing, and then Sikihor for the laid back vacation. If you want cheap living, you want to live in Mindanao, you want to live in Cagayan de Oro. If you want to move here, and if you want cheap living, and with a lot of big city amenities, go to Cagayan de Oro. That's in northern Mindanao. It's safe. I know the minute people hear Mindanao, they freak out and they think it's dangerous. It is not. Only the very southwestern portion is dangerous in Mindanao. Mindanao is a huge island. And if you stay in the north and you stay in the east, and that's where Cagayan de Oro is a large city, very safe, very low rent. I'd actually like to go there and check it out. For those that want to live low rent, and you don't want to live in a province. If you want to live in a large city, low rent, Cagayan de Oro. Otherwise, you're living in a province. I don't think I would want to live in a province. I like the amenities of a larger city. And if you want low rent, then Cagayan de Oro has a lot lower rents than Cebu. So you might want to visit a place like that. So I'd say Boracay is probably #1 on the list. Surigao 2, Sikihor 3. I would also like to visit some of the eastern provinces like Leyte and Samar. You don't hear a lot about those areas up there. So that's very provincial though. I think it's a place you want to visit. You don't want to live there, but I don't know. You have to. You won't live the what? Art? What are you saying? So that's the beauty of the Philippines. You got to pick a lifestyle and then you go to the place. Yeah, the surfing lifestyle. So I'm more of a city and a city amenity kind of guy. Hi. Oh, that's me. That's me saying hi because so I can read your comment. So that is it. That's mountain region. I want to go to Aslab and watch whale sharks someday. Aslab is south of Cebu, like I think it's 4 hours from here via bus. So I like to go to Aslab and check out the whale sharks and know they don't have teeth. They just eat plankton. So you don't have to be afraid of getting eaten by a whale shark. Any other questions? Rapid fire question time. Soon I'm going to pay the bill and leave. Have my steak and my fresh vegetables. And then I might go shopping and look for more fresh vegetables. That's my pastime, is looking for fresh vegetables, Worcester style here. Art Park, what are you saying to me? I like to visit many of the provinces, but I live in an area that's kind of between the province and more of a city area, yeah. Or you want to live in a city that doesn't have so much traffic, like Iloilo. Bacolod. If I had to live in a city other than here, I'm probably living in Iloilo, Bacolod, or Cagayan de Oro. But I like the beach too much. I like the beach too much. So I want to stay near a beach because you're on an island, right? You're on a archipelago. So why don't you want to be near the water? That's what I don't understand. I do understand. People don't want to be near the water because they want to be in the city. And then I get the amenities of the city. So where do you want to live? Do you want to live in the city? You want to live in the province? Do you want to live by the beach? Most of the beaches in the Philippines are actually coral beaches. It's kind of like in the southern part of Florida. It's all coral beaches. Very little sand beaches here. So bring your Croc shoes, your aqua socks, your foot protection, because in most beaches you're going to need to wear shoes to get into the water because it's jagged coral rock, just like at this beach. Once you get into the water, it's all rocks. You got to wear foot protection. Although I know a lot of people that go to this beach and not wear it. It's like, how? Must have feet like shoe leather. So you want to wear, and I recommend you buy a $3 pair of Crocs here and then wear them into the water. I forgot what the name of the island is. That's all coral down in Florida. What's the name of the Florida beach? And it's all coral. Most of the misadventures are people living in province, I think, more. Yeah, I agree. Well, in the province, you have to play by their rules. And if you don't know their rules, it's just the way it is. It's I think most of the misadventures of the Westerners are because they don't exercise patience. And the reason foreigners get in trouble here is because they have a short temper. Hello. It's because they have a short temper. And short tempers do not commingle well in the Philippines. It's either they have a short temper or they drink too much. I bet you 90% of the problems that Westerners have here are due to their short temper or they drink too much. If you take away those two items, you don't have a problem here. No matter where you live, city, province, don't matter. So you can be reasonably assured that you're going to have a problem if you have a short temper or you drink too much. At least that's what I see on YouTube. Anytime I see foreigners with a problem, it's they drank too much or they got in a fight. I don't know. You have to have super patience here. Yeah. Anytime you get into business transactions, that's another thing. Foreigners get into, I want to start a piggery. I want to start a business. And then when they try to source their products, they're dealing with other Westerners or locals, and sometimes they might get taken advantage of, maybe they won't. And then they think they are, and they're most likely they're not, and then their short temper kicks in, and that's when they get into problems. Stay away from it. That's my advice. But you can live anywhere here, but you gotta have patience and you gotta stay off the alcohol. I think you should come here to retire, not come here to start a business. That's my opinion. But there's a lot of Westerners, they're younger and they come here and they want to start a business, and then things usually go south for some reason or another. My advice, come here to retire. What is Art Park telling me now?
你看人家那个谁，他们的爸爸来出来了，出来了。
Yeah, I don't recommend getting in business here. No. And those that get into businesses here usually have a difficult time. Yeah, the strategies for avoiding long lines, like when I go to S&R Whole Foods in Cebu, I go on Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Then you can easily get a cab ride, you're not stuck in traffic. That's what I do. Yeah, there's lots of things you can do. I don't know. I don't find it difficult here. I don't find it difficult here, but then again, I'm not getting into any business transactions here. I'm just paying my rent. I'm going to the store and getting some food. Minimize your transactions. Minimize your exposure. It's about minimizing your exposure. But there's a lot of Westerners that don't think of that. They go out and drink and they get in fights and oh my God. And some of these Westerners, they do that. They're old, man. It's like, really? You're gonna go out and drink, fall over, bash your head, get in a fight, and you're 65 years old? Grow up, man, grow up. What the hell's wrong with you? You're not 21 anymore. But these Westerners, they come over here and it's like they found the fountain of youth. It's entertaining to watch. The entertainment is watching the Westerners over here. That's the entertainment value for me. Watching the Westerners doing their Westernized things. It's hilarious. And the stories that I hear are just off the charts. How can people be so stupid? Oh my God. Common sense is not so common. If you come over here with common sense, you'll be fine. If you come over here and act like a dumbass, you're not going to be fine. You're just not. That's just the way it is. That's my opinion. Slow and steady wins the race. The tortoise always beats the hare. Oh my God. Am I done with this live stream? Are you all done looking at my old sick wrinkly face? Are you all done with that? What time is it? Hour and 24 minutes. Last questions. Roll call. Last call for alcohol. I'm going to end the live soon if you don't have any more questions. Any more questions? Any more questions? Anything, anything, anything. Anything at all. Oh, somebody's walking a dog. Very long dog leash too, by the way. What time is it? 1:18. I'm starting to get hungry for steak and vegetables. That's what I had yesterday, steak and vegetables. Maybe I should change my diet. What should I change it to? Just vegetables? That's a problem here. If you don't like seafood, you're going to have an issue here. I don't like seafood. It's fine to be patient, but yeah, Art Park. Yeah. I don't know why people would come over here and try to start a business. I wouldn't even start a business in America. Most businesses in America fail. You think the businesses in the Philippines are going to be any better? No, they're not. It's hard to be successful in the West in the business. No, I'm not here permanently. No. I did not sell out in America, no. I'm waiting for another real estate boom in America. I'm waiting for my home to increase in value. Real estate's a limited resource, so it's always advantageous to own some real estate. I mean, land, ground, and dirt. That's always nice to own some limited resources, like ground and dirt. You cannot own the ground and dirt here. And I don't trust the stock market, so I keep my ground and dirt in America. So I like to have ground and dirt. I've owned ground and dirt in my life since I was 23 years old. I've always owned ground and dirt. I never can see myself getting rid of it. It's kind of like my security blanket. I need to have ground and dirt in my life. Because you never know, right? You never know what tomorrow brings. You never know what tomorrow brings. There could be a war tomorrow, you know. China could take over Taiwan tomorrow and come into the Philippines tomorrow. I don't know. And if that's the case, I need to, you know, get on a plane and go somewhere. I'm going to go and get on my plane and see my ground and dirt. That's kind of how I see it. That's my opinion. Maybe one day I'll get away from that. I won't be attached to my real estate so much. And I envy those that sell everything off. That's pushing in your chips. That's good. That's awesome. The Philippines life, he lost. Yeah, I know. That's the guy. Yeah, I know. I don't know why Westerners think they can come over here and start a restaurant. When I walk up and down Newtown Boulevard, most of these restaurants are empty. Even on a Friday night, they're empty. You have to keep in mind that the average income in the Philippines is very low. It's like 500 pesos a day or something. And a lot of people cannot afford to eat out. And there's just not enough Westerners here to support a restaurant. In America, it's really difficult to start a restaurant and make a go of it in America. And it's all Westerners that live there. Here, very small fraction of Westerners. And I don't understand why people try starting a restaurant. It's one of the worst business adventures to start in America. I think it's one of the worst business adventures to start in the Philippines. I think it's a bad business adventure anywhere in the world is a restaurant. It's the toughest and lowest profit margin business that you can get into is a restaurant. I don't understand why. I have watched it. I do watch his videos from time to time. And I was predicting how long it would take for him to go out of business. He actually stayed in business longer than I thought he would. I gave him 8 months or so. But he was actually in business longer than that. He made a video like, I don't know, almost a year ago saying he was losing $200 US a month on his restaurant. And then I thought to myself, well, that doesn't surprise me. Nah, don't start it. It's hard to start a business in the West and be successful. Yeah, the income levels are just too low here. It's average wage is what, 500 pesos a day, which is like $10 US a day. More. Like, I look in that restaurant right there. I'm looking at the Geisha Bar and Lounge. I see nobody in there. Zero. There's 0 people inside. And there's 2 people sitting in front of me. So there's 2 people at this restaurant. And it's Sunday and it's lunchtime on Sunday. You think you're gonna make a go of it on 2 people? No, you're not. No. Yeah, it's something that, I don't know. I just think that if you have to earn income when you relocate here, you're better off staying in the West and working in the West and then build your nest egg up there and then retire here. And then when you retire here, you don't start a business, you just retire. And you relax. But there's a lot of younger guys coming here and they need to work. They need to start a business. And they're doing YouTube, or they start a restaurant, or they start a piggery. Good luck is all I can say. Good luck. What really stood out on his channel is the labor laws ones. Oh, really? Yeah, I really didn't catch that part of it. I don't know. Part of your endeavor for good. Interesting. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Was that the labor law or was it just his policy? All I know is I see a high turnover of employees, like at McDonald's. Every 6 months it seems to have new faces in the McDonald's. It seems like they have a fairly high turnover rate of employees at some of these places. That's what I noticed. I don't know. That's a whole nother thing. Who wants to come to Southeast Asia and learn the labor laws and the nuances around that? I think if you need to work and need to start a business, stay in the West. Build your nest egg and come here. But there's a lot of Westerners, they want to retire at the age of 40, 45, and they want to come here and they want to start their YouTube channel. They want to start their restaurant. And Not for me. Not for me. I think it's a tough goal. That's my advice. Hello. Happy Sunday. What else? We got, what time is it? 1:30. I should go. Any last questions? Any last questions? The Philippines has a policy that keeps its people down. They fire them after 6 months so they don't have to pay benefits. Okay. Yeah, that's what I kind of heard too, Art. That there's a high turnover and there's a reason for the high turnover. And maybe that's the reason. Yeah, take care, Art. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what the reason is, but I do see high turnover in some of these places. All right, I'm going to end the live stream, everyone. Thanks for liking. I'm going to go have lunch. We'll go live again soon. Take care. Stay safe. Have a good day. Keep watching, liking, and subscribing. Peace out. Have a happy Sunday. Over and out, everyone. Thanks for joining.